As for when it comes to Scott Pilgrim fans, we just fucking eat when it comes to either the video game, the books, the fucking movie, and now even the animation.
Y'all haters, it's nothing, we major, you see me, I hate.
Before I get into it, I would probably say for you to just go ahead and watch it, because I don't think I can actually explain myself without giving all the spoilers, even though I'm going to be a bit vague, especially with a lot of things. And shit, if anything, I would probably suggest you to read the book and watch the movie before you even watch the show itself, for a multitude of reasons. I'll get into it a lot later. But my verdict on this show, I think it's honestly a must-watch, especially if you're a Scott Pilgrim fan. Unless you had the idea that this animation was going to be basically like the book but animated, which a lot of people definitely thought, and I partially thought, but then I thought about it for a little bit longer, and I was like, maybe that might not be, and it wasn't. But going back to what I said earlier about the books and the movies, I think it helps with the added context, because understanding like sort of the books and the movies and then seeing this, you won't be like as jarred or dumbfounded, especially if you're new coming into Scott Pilgrim, as well as just seeing the exact thing I love about this show itself right now is just the changes, right? It's a whole bunch of fucking changes that we didn't have from the books and the movies. It's like a completely separate other timeline. Making me describe this show, if I had to, would be like the butterfly effect. Like, you know, in the butterfly effect, if you move something one time, then it will change the whole timeline or effect of things. But this time, imagine if I said I moved fucking Scott Pilgrim out of the goddamn timeline. It's gonna change the whole fucking show itself. So going back to the changes, the reason why I think it's just such a big positive when it comes to this show right here is because all the changes itself, none of them don't feel like they're not necessary, or they're not important, or they're not anything at all. They all feel like they're important, or they all feel like they're a necessary change to the course of events that's happening. With a few twists and turns that, honestly, God, I was not expecting whatsoever by the time we got to the end of it. But not to be contradictory to myself, there are a few changes that are a flip on its head of some things that happen in the book or the movie that aren't completely important, but they're really interesting and cool to see. Like, for example, in the book where you have Knives and Kim kiss, and it's just like a whatever moment, you have it with Roxy and Kim instead. Or instead of Wallace, T.Y. being Scott's sister's boyfriend, instead it's fucking Envy Adams' boyfriend that gets TYB'd by Wallace instead, where a lot of fucking hilarity ensues because of that fucking situation as a whole. But going through some of the big changes that actually help for the embedment of the show, right, would be the more in-depth with the exes for Ramona, right? All the people that's in the League of Evil exes, at least most of them, if not all of them, so to get a lot more in-depth into like who they are as a person and how they reacted, like sort of the new events that are occurring in this new world after the change of Scott Pilgrim leaving this world. And just seeing the nice beautiful flow of things of how everything sort of intersects and interconnects with each other, like for example with Gideon as well as Julie, and seeing how their relationship blossoms, or as well as Lucas Lee being best friends with Gideon after the events of the League of Evil Exes, and seeing how like they have like a little bit of a broship that sort of blossoms out of this whole situation. So more things that generally kick ass when it comes to this show is the fucking soundtrack, right? The soundtrack's completely different than what it was from before. Like, we have new songs from Envy Adams to the band itself, or just the soundtrack in general in the background. But the fucking one of the best songs hands down has to be Lucas Lee's sort of theme when you first see him come out of the fucking garage with his fucking skateboard skating around fucking California. It would be the whatever. That song is honestly fucking gas. Then there's a drop dead gorgeous animation that you already know I gotta always talk about. If the animation's good, oh my goodness, here he goes again, oh my goodness, the animation so far. Yes, the animation is fucking gas in this show. When it comes to either them fighting in a fucking movie theater and a couple movies here and there, or they just go in and they fight in a fucking abyss world of nothingness, or if they just start fighting 80 million paparazzi that just want to take a fucking picture of you taking a shit and post it on TMZ.com. But going back to some of the fights go extremely over the top, especially when you're in a world of being animation. They definitely go ahead and lean really hard into that, whether it's them fucking attacking 50 million enemies, or it's them actually going ahead and doing some fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure shit here and there. Feels like it just fits extremely well with how the setting of Scott Pilgrim is in general. Another thing is I love the focus of this new timeline, of which for just focusing on Ramona and her exes and her problems and her issues herself, like how in the main story or the main timeline, how we have Scott focusing on his issues and his problems, and that still gets resolved and that still gets dealt with in a different way. But with Ramona, we're just focusing strictly on her and all the character development that happens with her and her exes, and we don't really go to any of Scott or his, well, we do go to Scott, but we don't go to any of his exes because it's not the main point of the story. Letting things blossom, mature, and change in a beautiful different way. What Scott Pilgrim takes off is extremely fun, feeling like you're along for the ride with Ramona, and a whodunit mystery mixed in with realizing your flaws and trying to at least be a decent person with your exes that you may have wronged in the past, but being a better person for tomorrow. Like I said before, I heavily suggest anyone to watch it, especially if you're a Scott Pilgrim fan. You're gonna enjoy it and have a good time. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.